Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Stock Market 101 or the AB Capital ABCs of trading in the stock market. Can everyone hear me? If you can hear me, can you type one in the chat button? Just make sure that when you post, it's all panelists and attendees so everyone can see your post. Everyone can hear me? Yes. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending for our Stock 101 with AB Capital Securities. So I know everyone is busy, so let's begin with our webinar. So why do we have to invest? Everyone has different goals that is in our mind. Like some of us are still young here and are thinking about bettering ourselves. Some may have a family, having kids and so on. Or some are thinking about having a car or a house and so on and so forth. Or for some, they're thinking about retirement. So these are the reasons why do you have to invest to grow your money or your funds. The other reason for you to start investing is because of inflation. Inflation is the increase of the prices and services in the market. So let's say, for example, back in 1980, with your 100 pesos, you can buy this much groceries. In 1995, with your 500 pesos, you can buy this much groceries. While in 2010, with your 1,000 pesos, basket na lang ang nabibili nyo sa grocery. Everyone can relate on this one. I bet if you go to the grocery last year versus this year, there's a difference already in the prices of goods and services. So inflation increases per year. So you'll hear in the news, inflation is 2% or 3% for the year. But may I ask you, is your salary even growing every year? So if your salary is not covering the inflation, you have to find other investment vehicles that will cover the inflation. So your money will grow. The other reason for you to start investing as well is thinking of retirement. Most likely there's some people here are very young and saying, retirement, that's very long, still down the road. I'm just like 20 years old and I'll retire at 60. But most people will say, when you start investing earlier, the better and the bigger your retirement fund will be. So let us see this survey in SSS. They said 23% is still working at the age of 60, while 75% is dependent on their children or the working class. Gusto niyo ba yun by the time that you're 60 years old that you're still working or depending on your children? Or do you want to be in the 2% who's enjoying retirement and independent from their children and still go on vacation like in Japan, Europe, and so on and so forth once the pandemic is gone? Of course, we would like to be part of this 2%. So there are different investment vehicles, but today we will be discussing about stocks. So what is a stock? So a stock is an ownership of a company. A stock means that you own the assets, earnings, liabilities, and so on of the company. So parang masyadong broad yung idea. So to better explain to you guys, I have this example. So if you can see this pizza pie, let's say this is our favorite Jollibee. Jollibee is this whole company, this whole pizza. And if you get a piece of the slice of the pizza, it means you are a part owner of the company. You are a shareholder, an owner of the company. That means you have the you can own the assets, earnings, and liabilities of the company. There's actually a very good example in PSE that we always say. It's kind of funny, but it's the best example that you can check out. The joke goes, if you go to the Jollibee and go to the cashier, you can tell the cashier, "Ma'am, give me the best chicken joy because I own 0.00001% of Jollibee," which is true because you own a share of Jollibee in the stock market. Then the joke comes back. The cashier will tell you, "Ma'am, ako rin. I also own 0.00001% of Jollibee." So what does this mean? That means everyone can become a part owner of Jollibee. Everyone can earn from the earnings, assets, liabilities, and so on of Jollibee. So that's how stock works, by owning companies in the stock market. So in the stock market or in the stock, the investor gives a share of their cash or their funds to the company for the company to use it for their projects. So depending on the stock, they have different uses for the funds that they bring. It can be for building more Jollibee stores, like in Europe or in America or US. It can be paying off their debts, or it can be paying for the roads in NLEX and so on and so forth, or building more malls for SM and so on and so forth. So that's how the stock market works. The investor gives their funds and the company uses the funds to grow their company. So where can you buy stocks? So you can only buy stocks in one place, which is called the stock market. So in the Philippines, there's only one stock market, which is called the Philippine Stock Exchange, or the PSE. And the PSE has only one office, which is in BGC Taguig. So maybe after the pandemic, you would like to take pictures or go to the PSE, you can do so and check out our office or the building in Taguig. So what are the companies that we can see in the PSE or the Philippine Stock Exchange? Actually, these companies are companies that we use every day actually. So from morning to night, some of these companies we are using and patronizing. So let's say, for example, when you wake up in the morning and open the light, what company do you think about? Type in the comment section. Any guesses? Like Meralco, yes. When you open the light, you're using the company Meralco, and it's part of the PSE, which you can own Meralco shares. How about when you start taking a bath? What companies comes into mind? Any guesses? When you take a bath, brush your teeth, what companies do you think about? Yung mga binabayad nyo sa ng water bill nyo. Any guesses? Like Manila Water, Maynilad, and these are part of the stock market, which you can own. When you put on your clothes, what companies come into mind? Any guesses? There, someone said Uniqlo, which is part of SM. Then Bench is not part of the stock market yet. There's also SSI Group. If you like luxury goods like Gucci, Aeropostale, and so on and so forth, It's part of the SSI group of companies. Sila yung nag-import. And you can be part of the ownership of SSI. When you start eating your breakfast, what companies come into mind? URC, Jollibee, yes, our favorite Jollibee. Nestle is not part of the stock market yet. It's a part of the US. It's a Monde Nissan, yes. McDonald's with their the one who imported it, Del Monte, yes. How about others? How about our pizza brand? Any guesses? If you like pizza, Shakey's. Food and beverage of San Miguel is also, Max's is also part of the stock market. How about if someone likes to diet? What tuna brand is in the stock market? Yes, Century Tuna is in the stock market. And these stocks, these companies can be bought in the stock market, and you can own these stocks as well. Once you start texting, calling people, or even looking in the internet or Facebook, what companies come to your mind? Yes, Globe, PLDT are in the stock market as well. How about when you start driving already, going to the office? Yes, Dito also is in the stock market. Converge is in the stock market. Yes, correct. GT Cap, Toyota is under GT Cap. Honda as well is also in the stock market under the Ayala Group. So besides that, even the roads that we use is under the MPI Group. How about the gasoline that we use? Any gasoline stations that you think of? Yes, Petron and Shell is in the stock market. And these companies that we use can be bought in the stock market, and we can earn when these big companies also earn. So there are around 270 stocks in the stock market, and these are just a few of the stocks that we can be part owner with. So if you patronize eating Jollibee or using Petron and so on and so forth, you're a user, but also an owner of these companies. So not only are you using it, consuming it, but you're also earning from them. So you might ask, ano ba yung, how can you buy and sell stocks? What is the time frame of the trading schedule? So the stock market is open from Monday to Friday from 9 o'clock to 3:30 p.m. So there's also a recess of 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. So it's like just working. You start at 9 a.m. and then you finish at 3:30 p.m. But currently, because of the pandemic, the stock market is only open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and there's no more break or recess. So this activity or the timetable, it is quite abstract for you guys. But if you would wish to look at it or check it out, you can check our 7-day free trial and observe how the timetable works. When is the opening of the stock market, the continuous trading, and so on and so forth. So there are a lot of investment vehicles offered around. So why in stocks? Why is it a good investment to place in the stock market? So one, it's because of liquidity. What do we mean by this? Liquidity means it's easy for you to get back your money or to withdraw your money in case you need it. And it's also to put in case you want to buy a stock immediately. Because unlike other investment vehicles, there is no minimum holding period. If you want to buy the stock at 5 p.m. At 5 minutes, and then sell after 5 minutes, after 1 hour, you can do so. And there's no additional fee for selling it immediately. Another thing about liquidity is you can start investing in stocks as low as 500 pesos, 1,000 pesos. It depends on the stock price. So we'll get to that later on how to see how much the stock is. Next is you can own big businesses. As we mentioned a while ago, you can own Jollibee, you can own SM, Petron, and so on and so forth. You can take part in these big businesses. So I'd like to ask, some of you probably has started a business or has a sideline. So is it easy to start a business? Diba? Hindi. It's not easy to start a business. You have to think about your marketing, your employees, your advertising, operations, and so on and so forth. While in the stock market, you can just buy the stock. It can be a passive income where you just have to wait for the stock price to go up and still be patronizing these big companies. The other reason for also investing in the stock market is transparency. Because once these stocks or these companies go public, they have to place disclosures on what they're doing in their companies. So what's their financial reports, their annual income, their future projects, and so on and so forth. So why do these companies have to post these? Because we are the owners of their company. We are part owners of their company, and we have to know what is happening to our companies. So where can you find news about the different companies or the different public companies in the stock market? One is you can go to the Pse Edge, where it's an official page of Pse. You can also go to news and magazines, the corporate website of the company. You'll see there all the disclosures, investor relations and briefings, third-party research and government agencies, and even in the brokerage or the stock brokerage, where we also give out research reports, daily research, and so on and so forth. So there are different ways for you to see research or news about your company. So how does the stock market work? So the stock market works, there's a buyer and a seller, and the middle is Pse. So let's say, for example, we have a buyer, let's say JM. JM wants to buy the stock Mega World at the price of 5 pesos with 1,000 shares. So he'll post it in his brokerage, let's say at AB Capital, and AB Capital will post it in Pse. Let's say there's a seller. The seller is, let's say, myself, Marga. Marga would like to sell her Mega World shares at 5.10 with 1,000 shares. I'll post it in my broker, let's say Deutsche, and Deutsche will post it in Pse. So as you can see, you can't go straight to Pse to post your orders. You have to be part of a brokerage, and the brokerage will post it in Pse. So let's go back to the example. So you have JM who wants to buy Mega World at 5 with 1,000 shares, while Marga wants to sell Mega World at 5.10 with 1,000 shares. Will they have a match? Any guesses? Will they have a match? Yes or no? So no, they'll not have a match because JM's order is at 5 and my sell order is at 5.10. So they have to have the same price for them to match orders. So it's either I edit my order to sell down to JM at 5 pesos, or JM will buy up at 5.10 to buy the stock at 5.10. So that's how the simplest way for you to understand the stock market. It's just an exchange of shares and cash or funds of the participants. So, for example, JM changed his order to 5.10. We will have an exchange. I will get his proceeds or his funds, while the JM will be able to get his shares of Mega World. So that's the exchange in PSE. That's why it's called a stock exchange or stock market. So other things for you to know is, one, the index. So if you watch CNN or BBC or ANC, they always say the Philippine stock market is going up and going down for the day. It's because of the Philippine Stock Exchange Index, or the PSEI for short. So the index, it's made up of 30 different stocks, 30 big companies. So these are the 30 stocks that make up the index, as you can see in our presentation. Next is, what are the types of stocks in the stock market? So there are different classification of stocks in the stock market, but I like to classify it into three only, which is blue chips, growth stocks, and speculation or basura stocks. So let's start with blue chips. Blue chips, you can say, are the biggest in the industry or in the stock market. They have market capitalization, or the shares is more than 50 billion shares available in the stock market. So you can see that it's very liquid. It's very easy for you to buy and sell the stock. So even though you have like 1 million pesos, let's say you buy Ayala Corporation at the price of 1,000, you will have a hard time moving Ayala Corporation price from like 1,000 to 1,000.10, probably until that. But you won't be able to move the stock price that fast with the blue chips, because they have very many number of shares in the stock market. So these stocks are established companies. As you can see, part of them are Ayala Corporation, PLDT, SM, and so on and so forth. The goal of a blue chip is to expand because they are already well-established companies. The second in our category is growth stocks, or our second liner stocks. So from the word itself, these companies or stocks are still growing. So these companies are the fourth, fifth, or sixth in the industry, in their industry. Let's say, for example, in the banking industry, you have, for blue chip, you have BDO, BPI, and Metro Bank. While in the growth stocks, you have RCBC, PNB for your growth stocks. So growth stocks have a lesser number of shares in the stock market. The goal of a growth stock, of course, is to grow and become established companies and become like a blue chip stock or a blue chip as well. Lastly, in our third in the category are speculative or basura stocks. So if you've watched Wolf of Wall Street, if you've watched it, Leonardo DiCaprio mentions about penny stocks. So in the Philippines, these are our penny stocks, which are in Filipino, basura stocks. So the characteristic of a basura stock or a speculative stock is they have very little number of shares in the stock market. So let's say you place 1 million pesos in the stock, in a basura stock, you can move actually the stock price very quickly. Let's say, for example, from 1 peso, it can be already at 1.5 immediately because of your buying. But be careful of basura or speculative stocks because their board lot or the bids and asks are very far apart. So let's say, example, 1 peso, you bought it up at 1.5. What if you want to sell it again? If you look at the buy side, probably the next buyer is already at 0.90 cents or 0.85 cents. So it means there's only a few buyers and sellers of these stocks. And you can easily lose money in speculative stocks or basura stocks. So if you're a first-time investor, first-time trader, we advise you to stay away from basura stocks. Stick with blue chips and second liner. Once you get to know how to invest in the stock market and learn more how to invest in the stock market, probably that's when you can start dabbling in basura or speculative stocks. Because as the word says, speculative basura stocks are being moved because of speculation or rumor basis. So if there's just a rumor that comes out, the basura stock will move. If that rumor is not true, most likely that stock will dive down. So you wouldn't want to have a stock that will be diving down. So next is what another thing that you have to learn is the PSE board lot table. So what's the importance of the PSE board lot table? So most of you are first-time investors and they always ask us, what's the minimum for us to start investing in a stock? Do I need to have 500,000 pesos? Do I have to have 1 million pesos to start investing in the stock market? But actually, you don't have to have that much money to start investing in the stock market. Even with 500 or 1,000 pesos, you can already start investing in the stock market. Let's say, for example, you like to place an order of Mega World at 5 pesos. So the current price is at 5 pesos. You just have to match the current price to the price range. So let's find it in the price range. So the price range is here at 5 to 9.9 pesos. The fluctuation is by 0.01. So 5, 5.01, 5.02, and so on and so forth. And the minimum board lot is at 100. So, and divisible by 100. 100, 200, 1,200, and so on and so forth. So let's say, for example, you like to buy the minimum, which is 100 shares. So just have to multiply that. 5 times 100. The minimum amount that you have to invest is 500 pesos. So, and then in the divisible by hundreds. So as long as 500 pesos, you can already start buying Mega World. Let's say, for example, you like to buy Ayala Corporation at the price of 1,000 per share. So let's find that in the price range. It's here at 1,000 to 1,999. The fluctuation is by 1 peso. So 1,000, 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, so on and so forth until it reaches 1,999. And the minimum number of shares you can buy is 5 and divisible by 5. 5, 10, 1,025, and so on and so forth. So let's say, for example, you like to buy the minimum number of shares of Ayala Corporation. How much is that? So just multiply it. 1,000 times 5, that's 5,000 pesos. And multiply divisible by 5. So if it's 10 shares, that's 10,000 pesos. So the higher the stock price is, the bigger the fluctuation is, and also the bigger the amount or the minimum that you have to put in the stock. So that's easy how to see how much you can buy, the minimum you can buy or sell the stock. So the next one that you have to check out as well is the bid and ask board, where you can see the buyers and sellers. So you'll see this in your trading platform. So we have this as an example. We have Meralco, or the stock code MER. You don't have to place the whole word Meralco. You just have to put MER. Here on the right side is the last price or the current price of the stock. So the last price is at 295 pesos. So that means that was the last match. So it's either somebody matched at 295 pesos. Here in the middle is your bid and ask board. On the right side is your bid side or your buyer side. So all of those who would like to buy Meralco are posted here. To read it, there's one buyer bidding at the volume of 500 shares at the price of 294.80 pesos. So all of these are waiting for a seller to match their price. On the right side is the ask side or the seller side. To read this, at 295 pesos, there's 1,740 shares and there's one seller. So this means that the sellers are waiting for a buyer to match their price. So let's have an example. So let's say I'd like to buy an order of 1,000 shares at the price of 294 pesos. Where will my order go? So let's have audience participation. We'll go to A here with at the price of 294.80 with the 500 shares, or B with the 3,100 shares at 294.40, or at C with the 1,670. Comment below. Great. So someone said C. So that's correct. It will go here at C. So from 18 buyers, it will become 19 buyers, and it will increase also number of shares to 2,670 shares, and there's at the price of 294. So this means that you're still waiting for your order to match your price. So you're still waiting for a seller at 294. Let's have another example. Let's say I'd like to sell my order of 10,000 shares at 295. Where will my order go? Will be at A at 295 with the 1,740, B 295 with 0.40 with the 2,000 shares, or at C 295.80 with the 2,000 shares. Great, someone said A. So you're correct. So your order of 10,000, so this one's only 1,000, it will become 11,740 because we're still waiting for our order to be matched. So now there are two sellers waiting for a buyer to match our price. Next, last example. Let's say you like to put a sell order of 5,000 shares at 294.80. Where will your order go? Will it go at A at 294.80? In the buyer side, 295 at the seller side, or 295.40 C? Any guesses? So it's kind of a trick question, but if you said A or B, you're kind of correct, because since we're selling our order and we are selling down, so it means that we are going to match our order. So the sell order, so we will be matching the 500 in the buy side. So it will be subtracted in our 5,000 shares. And now we'll be waiting for 4,500 shares to still be matched. And since there was a match at 294.80, kindly check here on the right side that our current price or the last price moved as well at 294.80 because there was already a match. So that's how the bid and ask board works, and that's how you can post your orders and how you can buy and sell stocks. If you didn't understand completely, we will also have this recording. So most likely we'll be posting this again for you to review. So let's move to the next topic, which everyone wants to learn, which is how to earn in the stock market. There's actually two ways for you to earn in the stock market, which is capital appreciation and dividend payment. So let's first discuss capital appreciation. Capital appreciation is the increase of your stock price from the buy side, your buy price, to your sales price. Let's say, for example, you bought Ayala land or Ali for the stock code. You bought it in March 2022 at the price of 44.70 pesos. Then you sold your Ayala land at 53.50 pesos in July 19. So that's around 3 months. So the increase from 44.70 to 53.50 is already a gross gain of 19%. So that's how simple capital appreciation is. Just the increase from your buy price to your sell price. And you already earned 19%. Let's have another example. This is a second liner, which is Wilcon. Let's say you bought the price at 8.26 pesos. And after a month, you sold it at 10.86. And that increase from 10.26 to 8.26 to 10.86 is already a gross gain of 30%. Makukuha ba ninyo yan sa savings account? No, right? In a year, you can only earn as high as 0.25% in your savings. So this is the beauty of investing in a investment vehicle. And in the stock market, this is how you earn in the stock market. So as I said, that's capital appreciation. You can even earn in another way, which is dividend payment. So dividend payment is the retained earnings of the company, which is shared to its shareholders. So let's have an example, a better example. Let's say you have a share of Jollibee, and it's already the fiscal year. So usually during the fiscal year or annual reports, the board will meet up and they will discuss about the company. Let's say we are the board members, and si chairman was happy of our gains of our revenue and net income last year. And he said, we did a good year last year. Let's say for every one share, let's give 1 peso. So if you have 1,000 shares, you get 1,000 pesos. That's how dividend payment works. That's how simple it works. So those are the two ways that you can make money in the stock market: capital appreciation and dividends. So you can earn it in just even buying one stock from beside you can buy it by Jollibee. It's earning capital appreciation. Then you can still also earn dividends when the board or there's a disclosure of dividends from Jollibee as well. So that's how you can make money in the stock market. Probably you're asking, paano naman yung charges? What are the taxes and the charges in the stock market? So here's the table of the charges in the stock market. Let's say, for example, I bought a stock worth 50,000 of Ayala Corporation. What are my charges? So you have a charge of a commission fee of 0.25% when you buy the stock. You have a VAT of 12% on the commission, transaction fee of 0.005%, SCCP fees of 0.01%. So if you add that up, the total, this is the total of your buy charges. What if you sell your 50,000 shares of Ayala Corporation? So you have the same fees, the commission, the VAT, transaction tax, SCCP fees, and you have an additional stock transaction tax of 0.6%. So if you add that up, this is the total of your selling proceeds or your selling charges, which will be subtracted from your proceeds. So if you add that up, your buying and selling charges, that's a total of 1.19%. 1.19%. So if you want to break even from your stock, it has to be higher than 1.19%. Also take in mind as well that the lowest amount of the charge is at 0.23 pesos. So it's either a computation or it will charge you 23% as the minimum. So those are the charges in the stock market. So how do you start trading in the stock market? So with AB Capital Securities, you can open an account with AB Capital and start trading in the stock market. Actually, it is even easier to open a stock account with us because now it's paperless account opening. You don't even have to submit the hard copy in the office, in our offices. So first, how do you fill up the form? Go to our website at www.securities.abcapitalonline.com. Then these are the procedures. You have to fill up the form. It's the usual questions like your name, where do you work, your address, and so on and so forth. Then you have to upload your requirements. The requirements are just one valid ID, government valid ID, a selfie with your ID, and a proof of your address. Next is to fund your initial deposit. The initial deposit of AB Capital is 10,000 pesos. Don't worry, your 10,000 pesos, you can use it also to buy your stocks, your first stocks. Next, you will have a video call verification or KYC. It will be scheduled. It's just a 5 to 10 minute interview on your requirements. And then lastly is just to wait for your account opening. So it's just that easy. Everything is already online. Even your deposit, you can do it over your online bills payment. So we'll show you that later. So these are the different steps on opening an online trading account. But since you attended our webinar, we're going to have a promo for you guys. We are waiving off the initial deposit of 10,000 pesos. So you can just fill out the form, submit the requirements, do the video call, and just wait for the activation email, and you can already see your trading platform. Just make sure that when you place the referral, in the question, where did you learn about AB Capital Securities Inc., you place webinar, the Stock 101, or the ABCs of investing in the stock market. So we know that you attended the webinar, and we are going to waive the initial deposit for you. But this promo is until Sunday only. So if you want to open an account, I suggest already filling up the form until before Sunday. So I'd like to also introduce to you guys about our company, which is AB Capital Securities Inc. So if you've seen our video a while ago, we are more than 60 years here in the industry, in the stock market. We are one of the top 30 brokerages in the Philippines. And we have been 20 years full in compliance under the CMIC. So we've been being compliant with PSE and CMIC and the SEC. We have safeguarded the cash and the funds of the clients, make sure that your buy and sell orders are correct. And also, we safeguard your password since you're doing online buying and selling of stocks. So you can rest assured that AB Capital is full and compliant with our clients. So I'd like to introduce you the online trading platform of AB Capital. So compared to broker assisted or traditional, if you like watch Wolf of Wall Street or Wall Street and so on and so forth, you can see in the movies, right, that the client is calling the broker, and it's very noisy there, and it's very busy, and so on and so forth. So that's the traditional way of doing it. The broker will enter it in the trading platform, and the broker will get back to the client if the broker was able to buy or sell the stock. But now with the internet, you can buy straight in the online trading platform. You can buy straight in the system. So more or less, you're in control of your buying and selling. So what's the advantages of going online? You can access it anywhere and anytime with your laptop, iPad, cell phone. You can be in the beach, you can be abroad, you can be just at home, and can post your orders. You also have research at your disposal. We have daily research, weekly research, company reports, and we also give stock recommendations. You can also take advantage of market movement. What do you mean by this one? Since PSE is already internet or already digital, so you'd like it to go up. You would also like if Mega World's price is at 5.10, your system, you would also see that your system is already at 5.10 and buy at the best price, next best price. So if the market price is going up or going down, you'd like to immediately buy or sell the stocks. And since the online platform is real time, you can see the movement of the prices real time. So you don't have to click on refresh anymore, and so on and so forth. So how do you get into your online platform? So you just have to enter your username and password, and you get into your trading platform. So this is the main page of the trading platform, or the home page. So I'll discuss the different parts of the home page. Here on the left side is the market index, or the PSEI or the PSE. So we discussed this a while ago. This is the index, the 7,274.46, and it's comprised by the 30 top stocks, as you remember. Next is the announcement, where we announce here if there's no trading, if because of a holiday, or there's announcement of an IPO or initial public offering where you as clients can reserve for IPOs. Here below is your portfolio where you have your cash and stock positions. Next is your research tab or research reports where you see our daily research and so on and so forth. You can also click on Ask Research if you have any questions about the market, about a stock and so on. You can click on that and send a inquiry to our research. Here on the right side is Pse Market News. So anything that's happening in Pse, you can check it out, like the opening of the market, block sales, rated average peso dollar rates, and so on and so forth. You can check it out here. So what other tabs you can check out in our online trading platform? You can go to the charts where you have the price movement of the stock. So you can enter the stock code here and see the price movement of the stock. So you can make it for a day, weekly, monthly. You can go as low as 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 30 minutes, and so on and so forth. So we have also a different seminar, which we call the Basic Technical Analysis Seminar, which you can learn how to interpret the charts and see when is it best to buy or sell the stock based on the price movement of the stock by looking at your charts. The next tab that you can check out is the Research tab where you have company data and AB Capital reports. So we can enter the stock code here and you see the information about the stock. So we have Meralco here. You can check out the valuation and the financials where you see the financial reports, the income reports of these companies. There's also the dividend history. So you can check out how much dividend they give per annually and semi-annually, if they do give so, if that's what your goal is to get those companies that have high dividends. You can go to company news as well, and you can see all the disclosures of the company. So any report will be placed here in company news. Next is AB Capital reports. These are all reports by AB Capital from daily reports, technical watch lists, and so on, stock recommendations, and so on and so forth. So if you click on a report, it becomes a PDF, and you can see this is a company report. An example, we give a rating, it's a buy, hold, and a sell. And we also give a target price versus the current price of the stock. We also give the background of the stock and why we rate it as so. Another thing that you can check out as well is the model portfolio or the stock recommendation in our daily reports. So we have stock recommendations per sector. Let's say like for banking, we have a stock recommendation for BDO, BPI, Metro Bank, and so on and so forth. And we also give our target price. So if you check out the current price, they also show the percent upside. So there's still a 12% upside to the target price of our research team at 129.3. So if this is still meaningful for you, you can still buy BDO. So check out our research reports for more stock recommendation, because these are not all of our research report. Kindly check, also make sure that this is only an example of our model portfolio or the stock recommendation. The full reports are in our research reports. So how do you see the prices of the stocks or the bid and ask board? So you go to quotes, main quote, multiple bid, and these are the, you just have to enter the stock code and you can see the bid and ask board. And you can enter 6 stocks at the same time. And this page is real time. So you don't have to click on refresh anymore. So every time there's a new buyer, there's a new seller, it moves by itself. Also, the current price of the stock also moves as well. You can also make 5 sets of 6 stocks. So more or less, you're monitoring 30 different stocks. You can also check the stock info or the bigger information of the stock. So like you have Meralco here, you have the bid and ask board, the current transaction, the current price, and more data about the stock, like the opening price, closing price, the highest, the volume, and the value of the stock real time. So you might ask, how now do I buy and sell stocks? So for you to buy and sell stocks, go to trading, go to new order. There are 3 types of order: normal, odd lot, and iceberg. Normal is just following the board lot. Remember our board lot, the divisible by tens or 100s and so on and so forth. While you have the odd lot, if your order is less than the board lot, like the price, the board lot is for 100 and you have a share for 5, you post it in the odd lot. Iceberg orders are orders that are, you can make it into smaller orders or compartmentalize it into smaller orders. Let's say, for example, you have an order for 100,000 shares and you want only 20,000 shares to be posted first because you want to camouflage your order. So you can put your order as an iceberg. So next is placing order. So click if it's a buy or sell, enter the stock code, enter the quantity or the number of shares you want to buy or sell, the price you want to post, and the term. How long do you want to post your order? It could be good for 1 day. It could be good for a week or 7 days. And it can be good for a month or 29 days. So how long do you want your order to be in the stock market? Until it makes a match. So here's an example. Let's say you like to buy Meralco for 300 shares at 280 pesos for a day order. So the total will be automatically calculated. Just make sure your total is below your buying power. So you have a buying power of 84,000 pesos. You have a total of 84,000 pesos and a buying power of 100,000 pesos. So your order will go through. Click on preview order. Other tools that you can check as well here on the right side is a trades calculator. If you want to simulate before you buy and sell, there's a calculator here so you can see what's the net gain. If you buy in this stock, sell at this price, what is the net gain minus the charges. If you don't know the symbol of the stocks, you can just click on symbol guide. On the left side, you can see the symbol or the stock code and the name of the company. You also don't have to memorize the board lot. So the board lot is here on the right side, and you just have to match the price to the current price and the board lot. So let's go back to the order. So if you're okay with your price, click on preview order. Enter your password to verify your order, to confirm your order, and it'll be in the stock market waiting for a match. So you can go to view order and you see the status of your order. So these are the different status of your order. The thing you can do as well is a queued order. Queued orders are orders you've done after market hours. So this is what's nice about having an online account. Even though the stock market is closed, you can still post your order. So even though it's already dinner time or midnight, you can still post your order in the stock market. In the next trading day, it will be an open order waiting for a match na lang. So for those who are working or who cannot be nakatutok sa market from 9 to 3 or currently at 9 to 1 p.m., you can use these queued orders. If you want to edit or cancel your orders, just highlight this button and you can still edit or cancel orders. So to cancel or edit, also enter your password. And then it will be edited if it wants to be edited or canceled if you want it to be canceled. So next is to view your portfolio where you see your cash and stock positions. So currently, these are your cash position where you have your cash and buying power. Here below is your current stocks. You'll have your Meralco and PLDT. So the total of your portfolio is here in total plus cash at 555,000 pesos. So what's important to note here is if your profit or losing in the stock market. So like in Meralco, you're earning already 0.35%, while in PLDT, you're already earning 1.9%. Just take note, when you buy the stock the first time, the system is already taking in effect the charges. So when you buy immediately, you'll see here already a loss of 1.19%. So when you see it already in green, it means it's already a net gain of your stock. So you don't have to compute anymore if you already break even. So more tools and tricks in our trading platform. Here on the right side, display trade sticker and extended view. If you turn it on, you have your ticker tape above, your watch list on the left side, and a quick trade on the right side. So even though you change the one in the middle, those three will stay. You can also change this to a market at a glance where you have the top gainers, worst losers, and most active stocks. So if you want to check out the top gainer immediately, you can click on this one and it will go to the stock info of the stock. So that's it for how to trade using our online trading platform. Probably now you're asking, how do I fund my account? So as we said, for all our seminars and events, we are waiving off the minimum initial deposit of 10,000 pesos. And for you guys, it's until Sunday for you to take in this promo. So what if you want to start investing already? How do you deposit in your account? First is, one way is through our offices and branches. So you can go to our office in BGC, or branches or offices. But you can only deposit checks in our offices. We don't receive cash. If you want to deposit cash or even check, you can do it over the counter with BDO and Metrobank. So there are a lot of BDO and Metrobank branches out there. So you can deposit through there, and the instructions are in our website. For easier depositing or funding, you can do it over online bills payment with BPI, BDO, and Metrobank. So you just have to enroll us as bills payment, and we will automatically see that your funds will go to your AB Capital account. So you just have to enroll with BDO, BPI, and Metrobank. So it's like paying using your Globe bill or your Meralco bill and so on and so forth. So you can also use other banks like BDO, BPI, or Metrobank, like UCPB or Land Bank or Security Bank or Union Bank. It doesn't have to be BDO, BPI, or Metrobank. So the instructions are also in our website on how to do so. You have any friends who are OFWs or foreigners, they can also wire transfer to our US dollar account if they would like to invest in AB Capital as well. We also have our AB Capital mobile app, which you can download in Google Play and Apple stores. So that's it for our presentation. So a lot of people ask us, when is the best time to start investing in the stock market? And we always say the best time was yesterday. The second best time is today. Tomorrow, yes, it's still a good time, but the important thing is for you to start investing. So that's it for our presentation. Thank you for joining our webinar in Stock Market 101. Kindly follow us in our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube pages. We also post news about the market in our Facebook and Instagram and Twitter pages. You can also watch again how to use our platform in YouTube. If you want to get exclusive news about the market, exclusive for our clients, you can follow us in our WhatsApp and Telegram of AB Capital Securities, Inc. So that's it. If you have any questions, you can post it in the Q&A or in the chat, and we can answer some of your questions. If you still have questions, we can still answer your question. Just post it here in the Q&A or in the chat. And thank you for everyone who attended our webinar. So for everyone who attended, yes, there's no minimum initial deposit until Sunday, as long as you fill up the form. The only thing you have to do is to fill up the form, upload the requirements, do the KYC or the video call interview, and wait for the activation email. Someone asked if we are affiliated from any accredited broker banks. Yes, BDO, BPI, Metrobank, but it doesn't have to be those three banks. You can also use Union Bank and so on and so forth to deposit. So yes, you can still edit or cancel orders as long as it's market hours. So it can be during pre-open or pre-close of the market, or when the market is closed. Only during market hours you can edit or cancel orders. Someone asked, how many working days does it take to make a stock transfer? It depends on the other broker as well, but the maximum is within 1 week for you to transfer stocks. We also currently have a promo on that one. We have a promo of free stock transfer up to 5 stocks if you're a new client. So if you're thinking of opening an account, you can also make use of this promo of the free stock transfer. Make sure when you fill up the form, so we are assured that you're part of the Stock 101 who attended. When it says there, where did you learn about AB Capital? Kindly put webinar and Stock 101. And we will know automatically that you attended our webinar, and we will start processing your account opening. So I think we don't have any more questions, or let's have 5 more minutes for the last questions, and then we'll end our webinar. So someone's asking, how do we avail for the free stock transfer? So we have a form to fill up for the stock transfer. You can submit it to the customer service. You can message our Facebook messenger, and then we will send you the form for you to fill up. You can also message our customer service at .com.ph, and we will send you the stock transfer form. It's also in our website if you can't locate it, but it will be, we will send it to you if you ask it. So someone is asking, they have a stock certificate and they haven't been receiving their stock dividends. Probably it's either you've changed your address and your stock certificate has been still 10 years or 20 years and you haven't updated your credentials or your address or your contact details. And that's why they haven't been sending the check of your stock dividends. So you can ask to help how to contact the stock transfer office to update your credentials or your form for them to know where to deposit your funds, your stock dividends. Or you can also make it paperless or scriptless with AB Capital Securities Inc. So your dividends can go straight to your cash position. So you're assured that your cash position, your dividends go to your account or your cash position. Then you just have to make a withdrawal for your cash positions. So someone asked for a moderate type of investor. What stocks do we recommend? So we recommend blue chips or growth stocks or second liner stocks, because you're sure that even though these blue chip stocks go down, their stock price goes down. Since they're part of the index, they will assure that their stock price will go up. There are a lot of buyers and sellers as well available in the market for these blue chips. So if you want to sell your stock immediately, you can sell these stocks immediately as well, or buy these stocks immediately. You can also check our research report. We have our model portfolio where we choose stocks in different sectors. It's available there. What blue chips we like, and also we have a few second liner or growth stocks that we like as well that you can buy as well. And since it's part of our daily research report, it's updated real time. It's updated every day. So someone asked how fast is it to open an account? So your account will be open in the maximum of 3 working days. As long as you finish your form is complete, the KYC is video call interview is made timely, it will be opened in 3 working days. So someone is asking for a newbie, what is the advice on how to trade wisely? So one is, don't diversify your portfolio too much or buy too much stocks. So let's say, for example, you have 5,000 pesos or 10,000 pesos starting. Don't diversify or buy stocks too much. The most I would say is buying 2 to 3 stocks, because it will be easier for you to monitor these stocks, what is happening to these companies. If one of these stocks is not doing well, if it's losing already 2%, 3%, depending on your cut loss price. For some, it can be as low as 8%. They sell their stock immediately and buy another stock. Because guys, there's around 270 stocks out there. There's a lot of stocks for you to choose from. You don't have to stick to the stock too long as well if it's not making money for you. So it's good to have a cut loss price and a target price for you guys. For some, depending on your investment goal, if you want to buy the stock within, if your goal is long-term means you will sell the stock in 2 years to 10 years. I'll suggest investing in blue chips. While if you would like a medium term, that would be second liner stocks. Just keep on checking your portfolio, because if you're investing long term, you can check it once a week or twice a month for you to see how well your stock is doing. As I said, even with the long term, you have to know, you have to have a cut loss price as well if it's not doing well. If it's short term can be as short as 1 month to as long as 6 months. So you can check out our second liner stocks or growth stocks stock recommendations for you to choose from. Another tip as well, if you're buying a stock as well, make sure that you're not buying in the same conglomerate. Like example, buy Ayala Land, Ayala Corporation, then BPI. Of course, they're all in one conglomerate of Ayala Corporation. So if one stock is going up, most likely all of them are going up. If there's just one bad news, like of the Ayala Group, those three stocks under them will go down as well. Same as well as sector. So don't buy the stocks of the same sector, like BDO, BPI, Metro Bank. They're all under the financial sector. So you want to diversify in the different sector. There's mining sector, there's property, conglomerates, financial, and so on and so forth. So you can diversify in different sectors as well. So someone asked, can they expect dividends even though there's a pandemic right now? Yes, you can still expect dividends depending on the stock that you bought. Except, like for example, last year, if you bought the food stocks like URC, Pure Gold, Pizza, Jollibee, yes. Because during the pandemic, the sector that rises are your basic goods, which are in the grocery. So these stocks actually did well last year, and they also gave dividends as well. So there are stocks that did give a lot of dividends, but most of the blue chip stocks still gave dividends this year and last year. Someone asked if there will be, if the AB Capital app sends notification when there's a change in your stock. Currently, it's not as advanced, but you can buy and sell stocks using your AB Capital app. You can also see the price of the current price or the price movement of the different stocks in the PSE as well. So let's have a last question before we end the presentation. So someone, as the last question, someone is asking, can I have, how do I contact a trader or your customer service? You can contact us in customer service at abcapital.com.ph. We answer as soon as possible within 24 hours of receiving the email, and during working hours. We also answer in Messenger, in Facebook and Twitter as well, and in Instagram as well. So thank you everyone for joining our Stock 101 seminar and our ABCs of investing in the stock market. So if you are clients, we have future seminars as well that you can join. We have a lot in our pipeline. So look forward for our upcoming seminars. Thank you guys, and hope to see you in the future. Happy trading.